This is 6-time IFBB Bikini Pro Champion Brina Martinez, and I take ZMA5 to make sure that I get the zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6 needed to keep my immune system healthy and snack strong.
It's crazy to have a press conference like this. It's my first time ever doing it like this, during the pandemic and, the crazy world we're living in right now. But, I'm going to start this off like I always start all my press conferences. I want to thank God for being here. I'd like to thank Angel Garcia, my team, Al Heyman, Premier Boxing, Fox Sports for giving me the opportunity to showcase my skills on a large platform. As far as camps been going great. We've been here for a while already. The fight got pushed back 2 weeks, so it gave us extra 2 weeks to get ready. My weight is good. So far so good. I feel like we're ahead of schedule. Right now, we're just taking it one day at a time. We're very excited to be in this position again to fight for another world title. And come December 5th, we don't want to leave no rocks unturned. We want to go out there and give it 110% and go in there and take these belts from him in his hometown.
How everybody doing? I feel blessed. I'm ready to go. I feel like I'm 100%. We've been training since probably March. We've been training, working hard, staying focused. My weight's good. I'm on point, and I can't wait just to fight at home, give my hometown fans, something to cheer for. I'm defending my title against a great opponent, Danny Garcia. Like I said before, I didn't want any tune-up fights. I didn't want, somebody I could knock out in the first round. I wanted somebody who's gonna be tough, gonna push me to the limit that I know I need to be pushed to, so I can get back to Errol Spence Jr. So I'm very focused on the fight. I can't wait on December 5th. I'm putting on a great show, a great performance, and I will say his still.
Well, we're not gonna I never look at tapes from past fights from Danny's opponents. So we're not gonna learn nothing from him and Garcia, Mikey. No, you can't learn nothing from that. And what I do is when I train Danny, I focus on Danny. I don't worry about looking at video because I'm hopeless against that. I can't change nothing that they got over there. I know what I can make Danny better. So we've been working on things we're gonna dictate the fights. First of all, we're gonna be on top of him. So we're not gonna do like Mikey did. He ran, all night. He was glad he was out of there. He was glad he took the check home, I bet. But we're not looking at that. We're looking at going to Texas in Dallas Stadium, because they got a little rival, the Eagles against Dallas. So we're going out there, we're gonna sit on their helmet. On Dallas Stadium, we're gonna sit on their helmet after Danny wins the title. So I can't tell you what we got, but we're gonna bring anything he got. We're gonna respond to anything he brings to the table. Not disrespecting the man, because I gotta respect him as a fighter. But just because you see 2 L's on Danny, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat him, it was all bullshit politics. Can I curse?
Kelly, that's a question for Kelly Watson.
Well, I just make sure. I want to make sure that I don't get beat. Because I'm going to be professional too. So let's get back to Danny. We got 2 L's. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But it was a lot of crap calling me, politics, calling me racist and all that dumb crap that came with it. You know what I'm saying? But this time around, in Dada, we're not going to put it in the judge's hands. It's not going to be in the judge's hands no more. Danny got to do what he got to do. And December 5th, we're going to Dallas because, first of all, we chose to fight him in Dallas. So make people understand that he ain't the A side like they say he is. It's both sides. Danny makes calls too. And another thing that I'll make sure is there too is world judges. We want world judges. We ain't going with local judges to make it fair. And at the end of the day, after we take care of that, and then Danny's got to go in there and do his thing with these 2 right here. The ones he got, because he's not going over the handicap. He got 2 hands like he does. And anything Spence brings to the table, we're going to respond to anything he brings. So that whatever they bring, whatever they got in mind, I'm hopeless. I can't. That's their team over there. I got to respect that. But I know what we bring. We're bringing a great fight December 5th.
Thank you very much, Angel.
I need the world to know Danny's no opponent. Don't get that twisted. He's
Mhm.
no opponent. He got 2 L's, yeah, but you got to respect him, man. He's 39 fights. And we wasn't pampered. What I mean by that is that Danny didn't have it easy in this game. All odds against him. He should have been the Olympian 2018, but we got sent up the river too. So they want him to be the alternate, just in case you didn't have that in the resume.
I got you. Well,
You know
I
what I mean?
appreciate
Just
it,
in case
Angel.
people think that Danny just came from Little Woods in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Danny, he came here because he fought to come here. And Danny fought top fighters when he was coming up. When he was 6-0, do the resume.
Yeah.
Oscar de la Hoya and 2-pound Stevie. 6-0 with a 28 guy, 11 lost, 18 KO southpaw. And Danny destroyed in front of my best fighter in the world was Alexi Arguello.
You know, I've been an underdog my whole career, so, you know, that's not new to me. You know, I'm used to playing that role. That's the role they gave me. But, you know, I just had to go in there and be myself. I had to go in there and be Danny Garcia, you know, believe in myself 100%, mentally and physically. Go in there, fight round by round, make adjustments, and dig deep. And, you know, that's what a true champion's made of. And that's what I plan on doing come December 5th.
Why Danny Garcia?
Like I said, I picked Danny Garcia just so I can rise up to the occasion. You know, I feel like, you know, he was a great fighter, you know, and the odds still in my favor off a car crash. And I'm still, you know, the top dog in the division, the top guy in the division. So, you know, I feel like he would make me, I would show that I'm just a great fighter, and he's a great opponent. His dad gets me hype, just him saying how they're gonna dictate the pace and how you gonna, you know, come forward and throw punches and this and that and come take the belt from me in my hometown. You know, every time I fought in my hometown, I either got a knockout or just shutout win. So I'm 100% ready for anything they bring to the table. With come forward, with the box, with just stand there and fight. We can do whatever they need to do. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna listen to my coach dictate the pace, and I'm not gonna get into the little heads game like with Sean Porter and things like that. Because I fought Sean Porter game and I beat him at his own game. You know, I'm sure his dad want me to, you know, stand there and slug with Danny Garcia. He got a rock jaw chin, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to win the fight. Definitely, man. It's up to me to make that big splash. You know, especially coming off my car accident. Everybody expected me, you know, take a lesser opponent, but me taking a lesser opponent, that was back when I made my pro debut in my first 10 fights and things like that. Now I want to fight the top dogs in the division. I finally got to that spot where I could fight, you know, the big names and the guys I've been yearning to fight for. So now the time is time that I'm not gonna, you know, go backwards. I'm gonna just go forward and fight the top guys that I've been wanting to fight since I was like 14, 15 and 0. Since I won a title from Kell Brook.
Southpaws are aqua fighters. They normally hit with straight rights and left hooks. We all know that Danny Garcia possesses power in both. How will you negate that during the fight?
I watch the fight and tune in, or you gonna come buy a ticket. But I mean, we got a game plan for everything, so I'm not worried about no little left hook or right hook or, you know, anything that he comes with.
You know, I after the Mikey fight and you know, the Porter fight, you know, I saw some holes in his game, and I felt like, you know, it's a good opportunity for me to, you know, become champion again. So, and he's a great champion. I'm a great champion, and I feel like these type of fights bring out the best in Danny Garcia. You know, they make me run that extra mile. They make me spar that extra round. They make me eat the right meals, and they give me the extra motivation I need. And I feel like this is the type of fight that's gonna bring out the best in me, and that's why I wanted it.
When you look at a fighter like Danny, do you learn more from his wins, or do you learn more about him from his losses?
I mean, definitely learn more from the wins. I mean, like I said, he has a lot of great wins, a lot of great victories, and I mean, you learn a lot from just different fights. Some losses and some wins. Maybe the Keith Thurman, Sean Porter fight. Well, you learn from other fights in the past too, like him and Lamar Peterson and things like that. So, I mean, I don't really have to watch those fights because I mean, I'm a student of the game. I'm a fan of the sport. So that's all I do anyway is watch boxing. So I didn't watch Danny Garcia fight plenty of times.
Like, what do you think he was most effective at and what he did well in that fight?
You know, I felt like he was the bigger, better man that night. I felt like, you know, Mikey has great skill, but I think the size difference, and he just let his hands go, and Mikey didn't have an answer, so Mikey kind of froze. And he just won every round, you know, just by letting his hands go. You know, Mikey didn't take no risk, but you know, Mikey did some good things in there. He held his ground well. He landed some good counter punches, and those are things that I'm taking into consideration, you know, for this camp.
Errol, you know, quick question. I think all of us know about the accident, kind of what occurred. In some way, was that a real wake up call for you, and kind of what, you know, you needed to do in and out of the ring? I mean, how did that kind of affect you moving forward after you had the accident and everything that happened?
It really didn't do nothing, but just made me more focused, made me hungrier, gave me the same hunger that I had, you know, before I won the world title. So it just made me more focused, more hungry, make sure I kept my weight down. And, you know, basically before I was probably coming to camp, you know, when it was just a training camp and I had a fight lined up. But now I'm actually, you know, training year round and, you know, making it a priority more than just, you know, okay, I got to fight now. I got to start training. Now I'm training ahead of time instead of just waiting till the last minute.
Fight, how did it feel to you, just kind of getting back into the fold, you know, physically and mentally?
At first, the first time I sparred, it felt kind of weird. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it felt real weird. But after probably like the third or fourth, you know, sparring session, everything was just clicking, and now I'm sharp as a tack now. So, you know, everything's back to normal. You know, I feel like I wouldn't have no ring rust at all come December 5th.
Well, even when he was getting back to the rhythm and finding himself in the ring, he still was looking good. But I think it was the level of comfort that came in that made the difference. I mean, so it's like he still looked good from the first day spar to each day after that. But when you get more comfortable with just being back in the ring, being back home or whatever, it's you can see a difference. It looks amazing. It looks good. Everybody will see on December 5th who he really is.
So do you feel like a knockout is more of a priority this time around?
You know, my job is to fight. At the end of the day, my job is to fight. I can't go in there and worry about judges. You know, the judges are going to do what they do. They're going to score the fight. My job is to put 110% in the gym and know that when I go in there, come fight night, I'll be ready. You know, that's my job. My job is to fight and win rounds and win fights. The judges are not in my mind. You know, I can't worry about that. That's just a distraction. So at the end of the day, I'm worried about Danny Garcia being ready and going in there handling my business, and that's the only thing I know how to do.
When you look at this matchup, like honestly, like why do you feel you can win this? Like what do you see there in your own game that will give you the decision or the knockout win in this fight? And that same question goes to Errol.
You know, I feel like I'm a great fighter. You know, I'm a great fighter, and you know, I've been in these type of fights before. These type of fights motivate me. You know, I know what I'm built of. I know what I'm built of. As long as I get 100% in the gym and stay mentally and physically ready, I know no one can beat me. And when Danny Garcia is focused like that, I know he's a dangerous man. And I believe I can beat anybody in the sport.
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter if it's inside or outside. I can just fight. So I just feel like if it gets down to the wire, and we gotta lock it up, I feel like I'm gonna come out on top because I know how to dig down deep and I know how to just fight.
You know, how are you approaching this now that Errol has been through the car accident? Does it give you potentially, you know, extra confidence or a different approach knowing he might have lost some speed off his fastball?
Now we're taking this fight, you know, he's a champion, so we're taking this fight 100% serious. We're not banking on no, you know, car accident or layoff and all those type of things. We're taking this 100% serious. Like I said before, we wanted this fight on January 25th. But, you know, things happened. Then the COVID happened. So we just had to stay focused, and you know, the world had to weather the COVID storm and all the crazy things that's going on in the world. But now the fight's finally here. You know, we're 3.5 weeks away, and you know, I feel like camp is going great, and we're gonna go in there and have a great performance.
Yeah, you got
Angel, any thoughts? Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta understand. Like Danny said, it was for January when we for a red catch was supposed to be Spence, but then he got into that tragedy. But that's the past. So we're not looking at the accident because we're not doctors. He's cleared by medical. His team say he's good. Everybody else saying he's good. To us, he's good. We can't worry about that. That's something that it doesn't make the fight better or worse. We're not gonna go in there thinking that he was in a car accident, that we got the advantage. We're not falling for that booby trap. That's a booby trap. All we know that we going and for the COVID too, the reason we chose Dallas, Texas, because they got fans, or we wanted fans. If not, it would have been somewhere else. You know, and as long as the people follow protocol, and you know, not that I'm saying that it's not real, it's epidemic, all they give you is a fever for 10 days, not like it's gonna kill you. I mean, I don't know how the country is shut down over a fever, because we've been through worse in the past. So it's not the first time America ever had a virus. Okay, so like, as long as you follow the protocol, you wear your little mask or whatever you want to wear, then you're good. But we're not worrying about that. We hopeless against protocol. We hopeless against masks. All we know is December 5th, we're going to go to Dallas. We're going to fight Spence and Danny. We're going to fight, and we're coming home victorious. That's all we got to worry about. Everything else is pushed to the side. It don't mean nothing to us. Like, don't mean nothing. I had cancer. I had an accident. I had a motorcycle accident, and I'm here. So as long as you get medical clearance from a doctor, we ain't going over there thinking he had an accident. We're going to go in there and smack him around. He's done. You know, we got to respect him. He's a champ. So we're going in there. We're going to fight, and we're going to fight December 5th, and we're going to have a great fight. And at the end of that night, and now you. And that's how it's going to work out.
I feel like I do everything great. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm a true champion. I make adjustments. You know, I could bang it out. I could box. I feel like I could use my jab. And, you know, I feel like that's why I'm a 3-time world champion, because, you know, I faced many styles, southpaws, bangers, boxers, sluggers, been the underdog. And, you know, I came out on top. So I feel like these are the type of fights that bring out the best in me.
Things Danny do great is, you know, he counter punches well. Got nice, sharp, short hooks. You know, something can be wild, but it's still strong, and you know, hits hard. You know, has a great chin. You know, a guy that's not, you know, is willing to get hit and still come back with his shot too. So, I mean, like I said, great counter puncher. And the guy that's always, you know, when he is the underdog, he always rises to the occasion, at least at 140 pounds. So, you know, with me, I feel like I do a lot of things great. You know, I feel like I can box. I feel like I can bang. You know, I feel like, you know, I can do it all. So it's not just one thing I can just point out that I do great.
It was a slow process. I mean, even though you have the ideal of his mind in your mind, the last time you trained him was on a high level, you have to come in and kind of like put the training wheels on. It's a gradual process, I mean, and so by the time that this camp started, he was already in shape. He had been training for like 3 months, 4 months, maybe longer than that. So it was like it was the process of just we could mess around with some things and do some things, and then we start perfecting some other things. So we had long enough time to do it, and that's great because you know, it was beautiful. And like you said, the 2 more weeks only helped to 2 more weeks of getting better, to you know, just be great.
I mean, that fight was so easy that, you know, sometimes I got unfocused.
No, well, I wasn't saying what did you learn. I was saying if they, the Garcias focus on that fight, what would they be missing if they just focus on
That's
that
the real
fight?
question. Fucking idiot. Nobody focusing on that fight.
Okay, well,
Just said we ain't learned nothing from that. Was you
Okay.
hearing or not? You're an idiot.
What?
He said he didn't watch the fight. He don't watch it because he
Fucking
didn't.
idiot.
He said he perfects Danny,
Real question, you moron.
not you know.
Fucking moron.
Danny, you going into this fight and your pops is over there fired up, saying you can bring anything to the table.
Listen, man. Don't even answer. Get this idiot out of there, man. Bang him, man. Hang up. He's an idiot.
All right, that'll be it for the media questions today. Ray, we'll turn it back over to you to wrap up.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Always talking shit.
Greatly appreciated. Hey, Angel and Danny, I want to get from Danny as we go ahead and
listen, man, I hate idiot writers. They're the ones that write all this bull crap about all these fighters, but they never got clipped in the tip of the nose. They act like they know these fighters. They don't know these fighters. They got to ask real questions. Was he listening? I say that we didn't learn nothing from that fight. Oh, he talking about we learned from what? What we learned from that? That was easy money for Spence. I would have took that money too. We wanted that fight. What the fuck?
You know, I'm very excited, you know, to be back on the stage and fighting for another world title. And come December 5th, you know, I'm not leaving no rock unturned. We're about to work right now after this. We're putting the hard work in every day. It's been a long camp, a great camp. And we feel great. We feel confident. We can't wait to December 5th.
Again, another opportunity to defend your world championships at home, AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the home of your favorite football team, the Dallas Cowboys. What can we expect on December 5th against Danny Garcia?
You can expect an action-packed fight. If you know Danny Garcia, you've seen his fights. He's always in exciting, action-packed fights. I'm always in exciting, action-packed fights. So I mean, I think our styles are gonna clash, and it's gonna be a, you know, historic night come December 5th. So I can't wait. You know, I know he's been training hard. I know he's 100% focused. I've been training hard. I'm 100% focused, and we're willing to put on a great show come December 5th.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.